Recently, Weezer wandered its way into Fortnite via a new Guitar Hero, or more aptly named, Rock Band style mode called Fortnite Festival. So as of 2023, Goku can talk about the homies dissing his girls in an official, licensed environment. But what if I told you that this actually wasn't the first time Weezer has collabed with Fortnite, or that it isn't even the second time either? The first time this happened actually dates back to 2019 with a creative mode map called Weezer World, a bizarre yet simple experience where you and your friends could explore this fake Weezer amusement park, playing carnival games and riding around on hoverboards, with the main appeal being the fact that there was several unreleased Black Album tracks playing as background music to promote the upcoming album. Nowadays, we see brands and companies create experiences within Fortnite or Roblox all the time, but back in 2018, a rock band going out of their way to do something like this was awfully unique, and is yet again an example of Weezer accidentally being ahead of its time. When asked how this collaboration came to be in an interview, River states,
"The Fortnite thing started when I tweeted that I had been playing Fortnite with my daughter, and Donald Mustard, the creator of the game, saw that, and we just started going back and forth, and we said, hey, let's try to do something together."
So the fact that this happened was almost completely by accident, and that's hilarious to me. But while Weezer World was certainly ahead of its time, unfortunately the map is currently unavailable, likely due to the licensing for the tracks running out. So Weezer World is no longer in operation. The second Weezer jumpscare in Fortnite is far less involved than Weezer World, but still technically counts. On August 5th, 2020, Fortnite added cars to the game, and while driving these new cars, you could listen to several radio stations. And if you were lucky enough, you could find yourself listening to all my favorite songs from OK Human as you make your getaway from a banana with a gun. And now, in 2023, with the release of Fortnite Festival, Weezer is in the three-timers club when it comes to Fortnite collabs. In Epic Games, if you are hearing this, please bring back Weezer World, no matter the cost. And add Hashpipe as a playable track in Festival, and also make a Blue Album back bling. Those three events, and my begging for new content, concludes Weezer in Fortnite. But it doesn't conclude Weezer in video games as a whole, which has a rich history of mainly being used as background music in games such as Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, Shaun White's Skateboarding, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Watch Dogs, and FIFA 18. There's also a barrage of rhythm game appearances ranging from Wii Shovelware
Where I come from isn't all that great. My automobile
to Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
fashion sense is a little whack and my
But we're not here to talk about the typical use of licensed music in video games, because in this list of uses, there are several cases of Weezer in video games that are a far deal more interesting. The first we're going to talk about is The End of the Game, a web browser game made to promote Van Weezer based off of the track End of the Game. This web browser game claims to have a contest where winning the game could net you a prize, and The End of the Game allows you to pick your favorite band member and run and gun to the final boss, that being the alien from the End of the Game music video. The game does a sequence skip thing, showing a bunch of funny references and throws you against the final boss immediately. Anything and everything is a one-hit kill from this guy, but you're graciously given 10 lives, with the option to get 5 more later by signing up for the Weezer email newsletter. Being honest here, this game is an interesting diversion, but is a tad boring if you know how to already avoid all of the aliens' attacks, making the main challenge of this game actually just be patience. But beat the final boss and get sucked up in a UFO to get to the final challenge. A deadly pit full of traps with your coveted prize on the other side. If you can do the impossible task of getting to the said other side, you can get your prize of... yeah, the aforementioned prize is just a YouTube link to Rickroll you. There was never a contest. It's all a sham. The prize counter has been stuck on that number since release, and if you click on the contest rules tab, it just pulls up the dictionary definition of the word hero. Overall, the end of the game is a neat little promotion with little meat on the bone, but it's probably better that way, and you can still play it today. I put a link in the description below. The next one is from or around Van Weezer as well, but gets even weirder. In 2021, Weezer got its very own level in the game Wavebreak, a game where you're a gunslinging, furry creature catching big waves, shooting people, and hitting nasty tricks. This game, this neon light, Vice City, crime lord full game, where you ride on jet skis performing Tony Hawk Pro Skater-esque tricks, also has a level completely dedicated to keeping it wheezy. It was a really odd double take for me when I first saw this announced at the Game Awards of all places, because they went all out to promote this. Weezer performed the song used in the level live at the Game Awards to promote this, and speaking of which, in yet another moment of Weezer accidentally being hip with the times, they went out of their way to make the song completely stream safe, meaning you can use this song however you like with no copyright claim. Look, I'm playing it right now. It's a pretty decent modern Weezer track. I like it a lot, and if you play the Weezer level in Wavebreak, I hope you like this song too, because it's just this song on loop as you complete the level. Playing it, the level kind of comes off as a low effort due to just how disconnected the layout feels, but there's some fun stuff going on here, like going around and collecting Weezer albums or letters to spell out the word Weezer. At the centerpiece of the level is a stage with the band performing, and it's pretty funny. Each member now officially has their own little persona, with a Rivers Cuomo bear, a Pat Wilson crocodile, a Brian Bell raccoon, and a Scott Schreiner otter. All are great fits, and I can now get away with saying that Weezer is a part of the furry community. Right off the stage is this really funny billboard recreating the iconic Blue album cover art. But when you look at it for more than a second, you realize that there's something wrong. The order is all wrong. Brian is where Rivers should be and is wearing the clothes Rivers does. Rivers is where Matt Sharp was wearing his button up. And Scott wasn't on this album, but if he was, you'd think he'd take Sharpie's spot, not Brian Bell's. But at least Pat is where he belongs. This rearrangement is even funnier considering that right behind one of the signs is the Blue Album collectible in its proper order. Besides the stage and a giant W in the middle, the level is mostly just random trick spots to do tricks for better and for worse. And there isn't much else to say about this Wheezy mode.
Please, daddy, please, daddy.
Moving on from that, did you know that there apparently exists such a thing in this world as a Half-Life Weezer guitar? Because apparently, Valve made Half-Life themed guitars for Weezer once. In a book about the behind-the-scenes production of the Half-Life games, you can find this image, showing two guitars with the Half-Life branding on them, and in the text in the corner says, Half-Life guitar, constructed for the band Weezer. However, things get more interesting because this wasn't in the actual published book, but instead found in an uncorrected proof, meaning it was cut from the actual published version. When asked about it in a WEEZERPEDIA Discord Q&A, Carl Koch, I hope I said that right, friend of the band and Weezer historian, said he'd never heard of the guitar before being asked about it, and he suggested they were only digital mock-ups and probably were never finished. If that were the case, that's likely the reason the image was cut from the final book as well. For our final talking point about Weezer and gaming, we have the Shrek video game from 2001, a launch title exclusive for the original Xbox, known today for just how insanely fast Shrek sprints in it. But as of today, it will also be known for having the words Weezer Rocks hidden in it. This was done before Weezer's appearance 9 years later in Shrek Forever After.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
But did you know that the opening sequence to Shrek 2 was supposed to have a Weezer song instead of Counting Crows? And that Weezer's appearance in Shrek 4 almost didn't happen due to a bus crash? If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll explain that and more in a video detailing interesting tidbits about Weezer in movies. So please, like the video. Anyways, apologies for using the Shrek video game as a platform to promote engagement. It won't happen again, I swear. Before the video ends, I'd like to give a special thanks to WEEZERPEDIA. While most of this video was sourced from my wandering around in the Weezer Woods, I wouldn't have known about the Half-Life guitar or the Shrek Easter egg without doing my research on that handy dandy website. So if you're ever just wanting more off-kilter Weezer trivia, WEEZERPEDIA is the best place to find it. Peace and love, Isor the Weezer fan, signing out.